What's going on, Paisano? V here, coming at you, well, with a video that basically talks about players getting banned. This past weekend at YCS LA, tons of players that flew all the way to California, took time out this weekend to be away from everybody, including work, school, friends, family, to play the YuGiOh event, have gotten banned. Why, you might ask? Well, some reason were justified. Others were questionable at their best. Now, you're probably not going to see this video from a lot of other YouTubers. They've been bought and sold, so enjoy this video, because this video talks about players being banned for the dumbest reasons. At this past YCS weekend, if you announce on a place like, let's say, YuGiOh Black Market, that you're going to be attending the YCS Vegas, or YCS Los Angeles, or wherever you want to go to, and you are going to buy cards there, for that alone, for that crime of announcing you're looking to purchase cards that's not from vendors at a YuGiOh event, just announcing it, is worth the ban. It feels kind of dumb when you think about it, because Konami has a rule against players buying at physical events. If you're at a YCS and you buy at a YCS and someone sees you, you get banned. No one's going to argue against you. You're the dumbass decided to buy in the venue. But if I go to that YCS and you go to that YCS and we're looking to buy from each other and we go outside to conduct our business, hey, guess what? That has nothing to do with Konami whatsoever. But at pre-registration, more than 30 players were banned for announcing they were going to be going to a YCS event to buy cards. Is it me, or did anyone else? And I gotta throw this out there, because not all the YouTubers are gonna cover this video. They're all bought and paid for. But I just gotta throw this out there. What's happening here? Because after the unfortunate incident with Kazuki Takahashi, Konami has drastically went the other way. Some might even blame COVID, and I wouldn't disagree with you on that one. But after Kazuki Takahashi's unfortunate incident, Konami has gone batshit crazy. And I'm talking like off the rails. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I definitely notice a correlation. After the unfortunate incident with Mr. Takahashi, Konami has made some of the dumbest calls I've ever heard in my entire life. Calls in which they wouldn't even dare even speak about out loud a couple of years ago. So, once again, like I said, if you go to a YuGiOh event, let's say Konami's having a YCS in Columbus, Ohio, and you mention on YuGiOh MarketWatch, hey, does YuGiOh Black Market, hey, does anyone have a Sprite core I'm looking to buy? And someone says yes, that can get you banned if you agree to buy the core at the YCS. Now, once again, I want to emphasize this. The exact rules of someone who, like me, who reads these things perpetually over and over and over again, says you cannot buy at the venue. The venue is limited, though. There is a spot where you can buy. Ready for it? At the actual convention, but not the convention center, meaning, once again, if you walk outside with me and I give you the money to make this purchase, this has nothing to do with Konami. The rules actually put in place for multiple reasons. One, to protect vendors, but two, more importantly, in case there's anything illegal going on between you and me. You get it? So this is why I kind of just look at this whole thing that just recently happened and said, what the fuck is happening? Because Konami has gone banned crazy on players that, in my opinion, don't deserve it. Now, we don't know if these players are going to be banned for 6 months, a year, multiple years. We have zero idea. Even if they're banned from the venue, isn't that worse enough? Once again, you had to fly all the way from wherever you live to California to go and participate in an event. You had to have your COVID vaccination, your COVID booster shot. You have to wear a mask. I don't know what else. You have to wear a condom over it in case you get STD. Like, I don't know whatever the rulings are, but you have to wear so much extra crap to play cards. And then Konami says, hey, you post this thing on Facebook, you're going to get banned for it. It doesn't really make much sense. And YuGiOh Black Market has been deleting some posts, and the reason why is because they just want to stay out of it more than likely. But by staying out of these situations, by staying out of these conversations, does fucking nothing. Konami is only getting worse with these kind of things. And as players, we gotta talk about this. Because YouTubers ignore what I just said if you're even watching, because let's be honest with you, you're too scared to mention this, because if you do, Konami won't send you a free box of YuGiOh cards for you to open and show to your player base. But what I'm saying is, this is messed up. I mean, the tournament organizer is based on 6ix9ine, sus behavior. There's a huge argument here, and some are by people that are just upset. Some are saying to sue Konami, which, I mean, it's a good question. I'll say right now, I'm into crypto, and this crypto called XRP. The SEC is like the Konami of crypto, basically. And they tell you what to do, what you can and cannot do, and at times they overreach. And for years, most cryptos didn't have the money to fight the SEC. Well, that's kind of how it is with Konami. And I think it's going to take a while before we get players that will go, okay, I'll do it then. because Ripple jumped them, and now the SEC is getting checked left and right. Like, left or right in court. I mean, they're getting blasted. And I do think in time we can see something like that happen with Konami, where if people start taking them to court, well, Konami Tishu will be look incompetent. Oshi Konami's gonna go, what the fuck, dude? I don't want to deal with this crap. And we're gonna have a lot more problems because these dumb rules are not good for the game. That's ultimately what it comes down to. This person says, find a new hobby. Trying to file lawsuits on Konami for being DQ'd and possible suspended for allegedly trying to buy cards is not going to work. So the player that was accused of this initial incident basically asked what's going on. They said, hey, listen, whoa. He showed his bank statements, like, because you could do that because we're in the year 2023. So you can show it on your phone. And he was like, hey, look at this. Bought all from vendors right there. All from vendors. And they said, yes, but your crime is not buying from vendors. Your crime is saying that you would buy from other players. Just announcing it. Basically, go on Facebook page and look to buy any cards. Konami's pretending to be one of these. They're doing one of these. Hey, I'm not an undercover cop or anything like that. But, you know, you want to buy from YuGiOh events? You want to buy this next event? And then you go, sure. And they go, cool, meet me at the judge table. I'm going to buy. I love to buy cards from you. And then you get in trouble. Now here's one of the posts, by the way. Who has SJC cards and will be at the YCS LA? Need all but Stein. Preferably graded, but raw is cool if it saves me money. By the way, I want to emphasize one thing that's really important to understand. Current and past Konami employees, I'm not sure about past, but definitely current Konami employees have responded to some of these posts, and the responses before the whole thing happened at California was about, well, basically saying, hey, listen, you should do this, you should do that. None of them were saying, hey, don't say this, you're gonna get banned. Because not even they fucking knew. That's how bad it is. Not even Konami employees at the time knew that this was going to happen. No one's in the loop except a couple of people. Once again, there's a post right there. You can pause if you want to. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to write anybody out. But there are some people that are in Konami employees, were the past or present, talking to players. Once again. And it's not to snitch, by the way. I don't think they're the ones that did this. I think the ones that did this was a mixture of the TO and certain members of Konami TCG that didn't want to step up and say, hey, cut the shit. Like, once again, it's crazy. This guy over here, my boys are insane. And then one person says, are you going to be selling that? And if you are, can you meet at the judge station? The Yu-Gi-Oh player base has memed this out of existence. And like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh Black Market has been deleting some of the posts. There were some posts that were insane, and I really wish I could have saved because they were really, really funny. Over here, once again, someone also posts again, buying all collections at the 250 YCS. Pull up on me. I'm in the venue right now. Obviously, this was made to, you know, to just joke on the whole situation. One guy says, come to the registration table. We have a gift for you. My favorite one, my favorite one is easily this one right here. Easily my favorite one is this one here. I mean, the Yu-Gi-Oh player base has just been, man, absolutely hilarious. But listen, it's making fun of a really garbage situation because this shouldn't happen. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh players shouldn't have to deal with this kind of garbage. I mean, this is what this is. Don't get me wrong. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player and you're at the event and this past weekend you got banned from the event, and maybe possibly future bans because you were caught at the event buying and selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yes, I think you should be banned. I think that is against the rules. In fact, it is written in the rules. But if you announce on somewhere like Facebook that you're looking to buy cards at the venue and nobody saw you do it, and maybe you went outside, maybe you did buy some cards, but it wasn't at the exact venue, it was outside of venue, you shouldn't get in trouble. Especially which, you know, once again, Konami is an archaic dinosaur. They don't understand. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But finances don't work the way they used to. Years ago, Yu-Gi-Oh players would go, I'll buy a card from you, and they'll take physical money and buy cards. A cute little trick Yu-Gi-Oh players used to do, by the way, is you had your binder, and someone would take a 20 and pop it in a sleeve in your binder and grab the card they wanted. People used to do that as well. Once again, I'm not saying that's good or bad, but you go enough Yu-Gi-Oh events, you see things like that. You know, obviously, you know, don't fucking snitch. But ultimately, if someone was caught doing that, they would get kicked out of the event and more likely banned. But we're in the future now. It's the future age. The times of PayPal, which have been around forever, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. This is what's going on. Yu-Gi-Oh players no longer have to physically take out money. I could be on my phone doing this, and I could go, I want that card. What's your Venmo? And the minute I get your Venmo, that's it. I don't have to exchange a penny between us. I can hit a couple things on my phone. Next thing I know, you're handing me a card. Hey, Konami, what are you talking about? I didn't buy nothing. I don't even have cash on me. What are you talking about? What's going on here? What's your Zelle? Like, 2 seconds, instant transactions. And what's going to happen then? And I guarantee you, at this YCS event, and future YCS events, and future Yu-Gi-Oh events, that is going to happen. And if you are from Konami and you think they're not going to do that, you are out of your mind. Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, like, people are going to be doing this left and right. They still do it already. You don't have to go outside anymore. You're going to say, give me, what's your Zelle? I got it. Cool. That's it. Now, here's the thing, Konami. Are we going to ban players for saying the word Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal? Are we going to be doing that? There's no way to... Next is going to be crypto. Hey, don't get his crypto ETH address. Like, what's going to happen here? Ultimately, I think Konami is fighting against something that they're going to lose to. This is an archaic a way of doing it, and even having players mention is a degressive use, egregious use of authority to say if you mention going to an event to buy cards, that's not right. I mean that should be, you should be banned for that. I think that's absolutely insane, and I think this is wrong. I think a lot of players that flew, once again, you can't. If you're Konami, what are you gonna do now? Because you're up against the wall here. You have 2 options. Number 1, you go to those players and make it up to them. But how can you make it up to somebody that just lost the entire fucking weekend, kicked out of the venue, paid for a flight, hotel, food, lost money by going to this event? Or maybe it's time away from their family or school or whatever to go to this event. What are you going to do to those players? More than 30, allegedly, at registration were kicked out. And there was a dude who, I think it was like round 2. He was about to go in and win round 2. He was told to go to the judges station. They have a gift for him. And the gift was the gift of early exit from the Konami venue. You couldn't even physically be in there anymore. They just straight up booted you at the venue after playing the event, after you already paid for your tickets and did everything else. Is this a professional company or not? I don't know anymore. I think Konami, and I really think Konami, even in their updated policy guidelines, if they add implying that you're going to the event to buy, I think that is absolutely abhorrent, and I think that's idiotic at best. Because those rules are bent and broken left and right. And people with Cash App and Zelle, with Venmo, would smile at Konami as they just turn around and just start typing things in their phone. Next thing you know, a dude's handing other dude cards. What's the next rule? You can't physically hand cards to somebody else at the venue. That's not a vendor. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Then again, it's Konami, paisanos. Do they make a lot of sense? I don't know. You ask me. You got these guys over here hanging out. Once again, there's Billy Brake just growing hair left and right from his beard. His commentating wasn't that bad this weekend. It was still bad, but it was nowhere near as it used to be. There's Tombox. Once again, if you think these guys have your best interest at heart, viewers, it's up to you if you want to think that, but that's, you know. And there they are. Make sure to wear a mask. Make sure to wear a mask. You got to wear a mask, okay? You have to wear a mask, but over here you don't. You see, COVID doesn't work. I think in Konami's world, if I'm not mistaken, COVID works, but doesn't work at certain times. I'll give you an example. The minute you leave the convention center, COVID's off. It's like how it is normally everywhere else. People realize that it is around, but nowhere near as bad as we were told. It's mostly a fear scare, and if you want to get really into it, more than the conspiracy side, it's a fear scare for political reasons. Okay, whatever. And the virus was released by a lab, and you know, I mean, that's now known, but it used to be conspiracy, but whatever. Okay, whatever. But in Konami world, if you are a commentator, COVID doesn't exist. You can talk back and forth. Hell, you guys can kiss. Not kiss. You guys can kiss as much as you want. Go ahead. Make out. Swap that spit. COVID's not going to get you. Whoa. Hey. You're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Mask up. Vac up. Boost vac up. Do it up. You could have cooties. Over here, though, they don't exist. The stupidity is insane, bro. It is absolutely... Mind you, the reason you're supposed to wear a mask because you're playing and you're around people all day long. Like, maybe you might even also be commentating a Yu-Gi-Oh event and be around somebody all day long. Like, even in the best case scenario of we're looking out for you, this makes zero fucking sense. Absolutely zero fucking sense. Once again, welcome to Konami, welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh, where rules don't apply. They just kind of do. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Konami. I don't know what's going on with Yu-Gi-Oh, but the rules are getting out of hand. They're getting out of whack. Players are getting banned left and right for reasons that make no sense. At the event, mind you, at the event. That's like the biggest spit in the face. You said, I'm gonna cohesively make an effort to go to this event, to participate in this tournament, and I'm gonna lose a lot of money by doing this, and with Yu-Gi-Oh's dog shit prize support, I'm not even getting any money from doing this. And somehow, somewhere, Konami's like, we gotta ban him. He made a post on Facebook that maybe breaks rules. And by maybe, I mean, we haven't caught him doing it, but we think he's gonna do it, so we're just gonna ban him. By the way, make sure to mask up, right? God, man. The Yu-Gi-Oh player base has been just getting pushed around, and like I said, by Konami, ever since the unfortunate incident of Kazuka Takahashi. You could argue COVID, like I said, and I want to disagree with you on that one, but the minute that man's body got cold, they got fucking wild. Konami TCG said, let's add some horseshit rulings in. Let's add some rulings that make zero sense. Let's insult our players by bluntly showing them how rules get broken left and right. By the way, I'm going back and forth on this one because this is at the same exact event. And this also, what you're looking at right here, is done within minutes apart from each other. Minutes. Make sure to have your vaccine, evidently. It works, but not... It works here. So it works here, but over here the vaccine don't work anymore. Konami's reasoning. Make sure to have your vaccine, because you can do this. But if you're at an event, you gotta do this. Okay? Because they're both vaccine, they both had their boosters. They have 6 months proof, so they got within the past 6 months. But see that? Make sure. Oh, but the vaccine works here. What the fuck is happening with this game? Anyone has the balls to ask that question? Like, what's going on here? Just mind blown. Listen, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Obviously, I'm ranting and raving enough. I agree with Konami up to a certain extent. And after that extent, I think we gotta start talking about the TOB now for. I think we gotta start talking about Konami really rewriting some of their rules, because if your rule's gonna have the word alleged in it, then you gotta actually clarify. Because you have alleged that can be abused by any TO, that can be abused by almost anybody that works at an event. Because if you allegedly do something, that can lead to a lot of really messed up things, especially kicking players out that traveled all the way to buttfuck nowhere, California, especially if you're not from that horrible, disgusting, smelly state. And I mean the city, not everywhere outside of California, because besides the city in California, the other parts of California is gorgeous, but the city itself, abhorrent. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you guys all have a great day.